Science Expert Channel. Hi, I'm Kendra, I'm your host. Today, our topic of interest is genetically modified organisms. We will be discussing the possible links between GMOs, diseases, and allergies. What are GMOs? According to experts, they are organisms that have been artificially manipulated by genetic engineering. GMOs are creations that can't be created naturally or through traditional crossbreeding methods. The majority of GMOs today were created in order to artificially develop new traits in plants and benefit consumers. But many companies have knowingly inserted harmful chemicals in their products in order to gain profit, such as Monsanto. Here is Tanvi with her information about how harmful Roundup can be to individuals.
Hello, curious children. Let me tell you an educational story. Roundup has long been a top-selling weed killer, and researchers have now found that one of its inert ingredients, glyphosate, can kill human cells, especially embryonic, placental, and umbilical cord cells. With the advent of genetically modified organisms, GMOs, Roundup weed killers' use increased rapidly in the 1990s. Genetically engineered seeds became able to tolerate the chemical. Hence, farmers could apply the weed killer to entire fields without destroying the crops. In April 2015, the WHO, World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer Study, strongly suggested that glyphosate may be carcinogenic. Hence, it may not be the genetically modified organism, but the chemicals used for GM crops that might be contributing to a disease and tumor formation.
Yes, after I came in contact with GM food from companies that use Roundup, I began to have symptoms and I always felt lightheaded and nauseous. I thought my reaction was strange, so I did some research to see if it was from the Roundup. While looking through the symptoms, I was shocked to see that there were even more severe symptoms such as low blood pressure, vomiting, blue lips or fingernails, or even a possibility of a coma. The reason I stay away from GMOs is because they may harm my life, future, and others around me.
No! You are so wrong. You need to understand that GMOs are good. Sometimes people get worried that GMOs will have unexpected effects. But Mark Linus states in his journal article, quote, GMOs, a solution or a problem, quote, that is the name of the journal article, that there is actually a lot of testing done to prevent this. Too many people are focusing on the small possibility of GMOs being bad instead of seeing all the major benefits they bring. Mark Linus comments on how different GMOs can be resistant to insecticides or use less water, making it much easier for poor countries to grow food. His article discusses how much GMOs could hugely help to improve the problem of hunger. Linus 133, 134. Catherine Brown, Karen Hopkin, and Sasha Nemeczek also talk about insecticides in their journal article, quote, genetically modified foods, are they safe? Quote, that is the name of the journal article. They explain that, quote, the insect-resistant varieties make their own insecticide, a property meant to reduce the need for chemical sprays, quote. Brown, Hopkin, Nemeczek, 52, 53. Okay. The important thing to remember, though, is that a lot of people are actually struggling. Mark Linus described an especially sad event in East Africa. He says that the people there are in need of food, but their crops can't grow because of a virus. He even points out that there is a GMO of the same plant, but they aren't allowed to use it. Linus 135. So just think about all the people you are really hurting by having so many superstitions.
Superstition? Honey, no! I agree with Dr. Juliet that GMOs help with many environmental and urban factors. They're not all harmful. However, there is evidence that further research must be done. One of the examples of adverse effects from GMO process is shown through the experiment conducted by Arpit Pusztai, a Hungarian biochemist. Pusztai and his team came up with a system to better identify the impacts of the inserted transgene. For example, they used a GM potato engineered with a gene from the snowdrop plant. Groups of rats were fed diets with GMO potatoes and natural potatoes of the same type. The GMO potatoes adversely affected virtually every organ system of the young rats. The impacts of the GMO potato included the following. In all cases, the GM potato created proliferative cell growth in the stomach and in both the small and large intestines. The lining was significantly thicker. Here are the images that might give you an idea of what the GM potatoes did. Although no tumors were detected, such growth may indicate a precancerous condition. The experiment analysis of Dr. Prestai gives us an insight to the fact that GMOs can be harmful if proper research is not done.
Thank you, Dr. Tanvi. So what we can conclude from this is that although there is no direct connection between diseases and GMOs, in some cases it is possible that the methods used to produce GMOs may be harmful. Now we are done with this week's topic.
Hallelujah!
Thank you so much for watching. Hope we answered your questions for this week's episode. I am your host, Kendra, signing off from Science Experts. Stay tuned for next week's episode on Life Science.
Featuring Kendrick Lamar.